Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PT-INR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
The Nawasa app.
Okay, we're coming back to that one in a while. We gotta say welcome to one and all currently tuned in on another Mikey Life program. I hope that you're okay. I hope your family good, everything is good. And I mean, I had a rough day, just the same. For those of you who've had one, last night I was battling the flu. Today too, but I feel
I could make an hour. You know what I mean? I could make an hour. So, guys, thank you for coming back on the program for another one. We have quite a few things to talk to you about. So let's go right into it. What we can tell you is that we're going to tell you about Tobias Clement. He's likely to run on the NDC ticket. He says that he's having conversations with the NDC. He's the favorite to win the Naughty seat. So he's ready to go. He says, reduction in non-fuel electricity rate lessens the impact of world fuel prices increases on customers. Right, says Grenada. And Foreign Affairs Minister says that efforts are being made to salvage sunken vessel. Yeah, they say that they were towing the vessel and to go to shallow water so that divers can get a better look at what's going on the inside. 3 prisoners and a police officer injured in morning crash at the court compound. And Grenada no longer under a state of emergency. So we have all of that and more to tell you about when we come back on tonight's Mikey Live program. The pleasure is mine to be here with you folks. If you have not yet done so, I'd like to encourage you to please go ahead and share the business. Okay, share the business, share the business, share the business. Folks, we are coming back. When I come back, it's real news in all the little logo.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
That's right, and they say that they are committed to meeting the customers' needs. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, what took you so long? Huh? Anyway, we appreciate you being here. Welcome to Mikey Live program. We'll give away freaking popcorn, Coke, you know what I mean? Yeah, we'll be nice to people who are here for the first time. Okay, so let's get into what's making the news for tonight. Now, the first thing that we have to tell you about, we heard from Grenada Boy, the Grenada Electricity Services Limited, Grenada. They say that they are pleased to note the positive impact of a 25% decrease in the non-fuel rate. This decrease per kilowatt hour in the non-fuel charge was implemented 5th January 2022, following government's commitment to provide some relief to electricity customers by lessening the severe impact of the increases in electricity prices during 2021. Now, the non-fuel rate decrease, together with changes in the value-added tax of the VAT and the environmental levy mandated by the government of Grenada, have resulted in customers paying less than they would have without the relief measures. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I've been dealing with all day. As Grenada observed customers' appreciation of the recent rate and deductions, it notes the continued upward trend in world fuel prices, which have resulted, they say, in increases in the fuel charge in each month since January, impacting the overall bill. Now, given expert predictions about further increases in fuel prices worldwide, conservation and other energy management practices are essential tools to improve efficiency as well as control energy costs. In this regard, Grenlec is continually working to improve its efficiency to control costs to customers. Simultaneously, the company is again urging customers to continue to build good energy management habits and eliminate waste, as this will help to control energy bills. Here's a summary of the electricity relief measures. Non-fuel rate decrease. Effective 5th January 2022, 25% decrease in the non-fuel rate for electricity across all customer categories. In addition, with the Government of Grenada Gazette Volume 13, in accordance with the of Grenada Gazette of Volume 139, value-added tax, effective 24th December 2021 for domestic customers only. VAT is zero rated for the first 500 kilowatt hour. 15% VAT continues to apply to the non-fuel amount for commercial and industrial customers, as well as to the non-fuel amount over 500 kilowatt hours for domestic customers. The environmental levy is collected by Grenada from domestic customers only on behalf of the Solid Waste Management Authority. Now, effective 24th December 2021, $10 is applied to the bill where usage is more than 500 kilowatt hour. No charge is applicable for usage up to 500 kilowatt hours. All right, thank you. And of course, that is welcoming news. Today again, boy, it was another hard day. And here's this. The vessel that capsized with 7 crew members on board and 2 being rescued and 5 missing. They were towing that off today to get it to more shallow waters, so that they can see what's going on. The Coast Guard in Trinidad and Tobago, the TCG, they've been working on that. All right, they say that that's their endeavor to have this go to the Gulf of Paria, so that the divers can begin the search of the inside of the vessel for survivors. They say, they say that the operation it is very challenging, and it is taking some time because the vessel is partially submerged while being upside down. The Coast Guard said in a news release yesterday, adding that the sea conditions are rough and the direction of the tow is against the predominantly western current. The Coast Guard said the vessel is currently in Venezuelan waters, having overturned off Trinidad north coast around 3:40 p.m. on Saturday. All right. Well, here at home, the minister was saying, the Foreign Affairs Minister, Oliver Joseph, he was saying that the Trinidad and Tobago government, along with its Coast Guard services, they are making every effort to salvage that MV Fair Chance. I don't know what to say for now. I can imagine what it is like for the family members of those who are missing. You are thinking, it's tough. I didn't want to start to think, it's tough. You're just hoping that somebody, and there are so many rumors going on there, people writing that sort of thing, and I could just imagine what that does to family members. Or if all they don't know, just hush all them out. Oh, they rescued all 5 men, and crazy stuff they've been saying since yesterday. If you don't know, just stay away from that kind of talk, because the anxiety for the family members, it's just. Anyway, we got a recent dashboard from the Ministry of Health. 4 persons were tested positive for COVID-19 out of a total of 242 tests that were done yesterday. All right, so now Grenada has only 52 active cases of COVID-19, and there were 4 recoveries. So yes, it took the number to 52. So it's 52 active cases. Now let me put this into perspective for you. Prior to the last outbreak that we had, the spike, we were down to, I think it was 48 cases, 48, 45, it's around there. So we are almost going back to that. All right, just give it a few more days and we will be there. However, it would be important for you to know that there are countries that are going back into lockdown. We never thought that we were going to hear that anytime soon, but there are countries that are going back into lockdown. All right, and so interestingly, Grenada has not seen any of that, but usually that should be our cue to be on our P's and Q. We always get a heads up from what's happening outside of Grenada. Let us not ignore the reality. Of course, we want to hear good news, but let's not ignore the reality of what's happening around us. Grenada is not immune from these experiences. We have had in the past warnings based on what we are seeing happening around us. And it's like you're in a party, or let's say you're in a boat, you're in a party boat. The ship is sinking, but you're enjoying the music. Enjoy your music, but understand what's happening around you. And so, yes, you might be happy that restrictions and state of emergencies in which we will talk about has been discontinued. However, that is not to say that the threat is not there. Yes, like hurricanes, we get a notification once it hits the Atlantic from out of West Africa and so on. We get notification, we get to see, so we get a heads up. Yes. Similarly, with COVID-19, it starts happening outside before it comes in. And now that we have no protection, it will or is likely to come in even faster and more aggressively than it did before. And so I'm not wishing for that, but I'm saying that's the reality that we are being faced with right now. And so it's up to you, personal responsibility, as they say. Right. Don't say I didn't tell all you. I'm being very frank. Okay? Very frank. Okay, you can expect a spike in cases soon. We are moving on. Oh yeah, we'll come back to that subject in a moment. But 3 prisoners and a police officer, they were injured this morning when a police vehicle crashed into a garage on the on the court compound in Tong, St. George's, St. John Street, in fact. The incident happened just around 10 o'clock thereabout. You understand? Police are not exactly sure, but they're investigating as to what caused the incident and so on. In fact, she gave us Cardina gave us an update on this.
So at around 10:05 this morning, we received information about an accident that occurred at the St. George's Magistrates Court's compound. 3 prisoners and the driver of the police transport were injured in the process, and they were all treated at the General Hospital and later released. Our preliminary investigation indicates that the driver may have lost control of the vehicle on entering the court's compound, thus colliding with a garage on the court's compound and causing damages to the entire front of the police transport and also the garage that is located on the court's compound. Not in a position at this time to indicate the specific cause of the accident, as we're actively investigating it. So once the investigations are concluded and we have a better understanding as to what transpired, we will provide an update accordingly.
Thank you very much, Cardina Douglas, for that update. All right, so an investigation has been launched, she says, to ascertain the cause of the accident. All right. Okay. All right, how are we looking for time? Grenada is no longer under a state of emergency, says the Attorney General, Tia Forrester. And of course, she explains.
In relation to the COVID-19 regulations, the proclamation of the Governor General revoking the state of emergency was gazetted on 4th April 2022 in accordance with Section 17(3) of the Constitution. As such, I am in a position to confirm that the state of Grenada is no longer operating under a state of emergency. What does that mean? In the context of the COVID-19 pandemic, we no longer have restrictions on the movement of people, the operations of businesses, the mandate to wear masks and maintain physical distancing, the mandate to demonstrate one's vaccination status to access certain services, and all other features of the emergency powers COVID-19 regulations, as those have now been repealed. The quarantine COVID-19 regulations, which are where you find the travel restrictions and the mandates for testing prior to arrival and or on arrival, those have been removed insofar as the Minister of Health has executed the order to repeal those regulations. We are therefore operating without the need for testing prior or on arrival to Grenada. Likewise, there is no need for individuals to quarantine. This change in the quarantine COVID-19 regulations does need the approval of Parliament to formally be removed from our laws, and the government will shortly be proceeding to Parliament to undertake that process. But at present, we are operating as if they are formally part of our laws at present.
Thank you very much, Attorney General Tia Forrester. Yo. You see also we come out. You know what I mean? We come out. You know, I mean, young people buy. You understand? We buy. We people and them. Very articulate and thing that. You know what I mean? Precise. You know, I'm bam. You understand? We listen. When he gives us a chance, mic drop. You understand? Mic drop in all the little. Anyway, lady, that dog. Thank you very much, dear. You understand? You have about 50 young people I could tell all you. Anyone that may put any place in Grenada, they mashing up the place. You understand? Let's just work together. Let's just work together now. Let's just work together. Listen, we could listen. Yo, Grenada, yo. Anyway, lady, that dog. How are we looking for time? There we go. Alright, so Olia, the next thing that we have to tell Olia about, boy, Tobias Clement says he's well in the race for the next general elections and is very likely to be running on an NDC ticket.
I am sure that you guys have been privy to that a poll was done in St. George's Northeast. I think I saw it out and a lot of people called me about it. A lot of people were happy about it, and I think my intention was clear in that I have been in communication with the leading opposition party, which is the NDC, and we are going to work out a framework. And so, yes, I do have intention of defending my position in St. George's Northeast. I think the poll asked which is the most likely person that you would vote for with all the people that wants to run, and after all, I do believe that truth be told that I came out on top in that poll. And when they asked me about it, I said that again I should give God all praise, glory and honor, because when you favor me, it is not by my own merit, but you are favored because the Lord and His Spirit speak for you. And so that is where I stand. But what do you expect? I have been in St. George's Northeast for 10 years. I have developed good relationship with the people of St. George's Northeast. I call them now my brothers and sisters on all sides of the fence. NNP, NDC, independent. I speak for everybody, and I continue to speak for everybody. And while I am in St. George's Northeast, I had to be very cognizant that the St. George's Northeast really, it's a real melting pot.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tobias Clement. All right, yeah. How are we looking for time? All right, what else do I have to tell you about, boy? Let me see what next I have on the business for all. Ollie, how we looking? Yeah, boy. Watch yo. I don't know when last I get the cool landing, but that one, last night I got a fever, kind of fever thing there. I say, nothing so. You know what I mean? I take a little two thing, you know. But then when I wake up this morning, still, the thing is feeling kind of tough, you know. But anyway. Yeah, boy, what? I don't know, for the first time. So I have to apologize for that. So I was saying, for the first time I can't even remember the last time that ever happened to me. In a long time, 15, 20 years probably, I had a fever. And the thing is, I don't know what to call it a fever, because when they do the thermometer thingy telling me I'm fine, like if I should be. You know, like when you go to the doctor and the doctor tell you you're fine? Yeah? Well, I ain't see nothing wrong with you. But doc, the fact that you say nothing, you don't see nothing wrong with me, that means nothing wrong with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, boy, the thermometer, don't blink in already telling me I'm okay. Listen here, boy, trembling. Well, it's not, well, maybe not fever, well, whatever they call it. You know what I mean? The boy, they last night, yeah, I say, boy, just so the boy get a vid. Yeah, I mean, So I did a test this morning, and then the test came back. I tested Friday. I tested yesterday. I tested today. Listen, once I sneeze, I tested it. And I mean, right now, right now the nose just give up. The nose only nose see them swab and them coming. Nose just okay. Just put yourself in a corner. Anyway, let's leave that talk. What do you know? Up until COVID, I didn't really understand. And that's the thing, Sometimes there might be things about, and that's a serious point. There might be things about you that you don't understand. But there will come a time in your life that the things that you see as a disadvantage in your life may turn out to be a blessing. Listen, when people laugh at me when I smile with me twist mouth boy, all the way I go, twist mouth, craft, all kind of name they giving me. All kind of name. This night so shame. Yeah, that time I gonna hide. That was like one of the worst. Yeah, some fellas, some brothers in Mongrambi where I used to live. I don't call the name. Them boy used to tell me things. Them boy, big men, used to tell me things, but I was afraid. When I see them, I was gonna hide. I was to hide because what they telling me. Yeah, that time boy, I go in the bush. I go in the bush and I'm crying and I'm hiding. You understand? Because if the men see me, boy, if the men see me, it's what they don't saying. You understand? All the way go. Twist more. I was passing Grenada. When I'm passing in Grenada, them fellas on them by the side of the twist more. You understand? But eventually you get so much of that. Eventually you get so many of that. You become immune to it. And then you tell yourself that someday you'll get to understand that people don't respect will be a blessing one way or the next. You understand? You understand? Yeah, I tell it all, yeah. And right now, the thing that shamed me for all my life, well, for my formative years, me moit. You understand? You think that people used to laugh about me? That's what I used to feed my family, my mouth. You understand? So what's the point in having one that appears to be in good order, but cannot help you succeed in life? That cannot help you with your cause? You are not in a position to laugh at another man who is limping. The man limping, but he's able to use that limp to better his family's position. But you could run a mile with your good foot, and that brings nothing to you and your family. You understand? You have strong foot, but you don't have a job. Nobody hiring you because your attitude dirty. So you could have the strongest legs. And that bringing you nowhere in life. And the man with the limp, he nice. Thing all right with him. You understand? And I'm talking to somebody out there. You know, people laugh at you because you're slow. You're the slowest person in work. It appears. But who is going to be the one to catch the flaws or that error that can bankrupt the company? The slow thinker. Because you're processing fast like everybody else. And they're making you feel like you don't. Because you're processing slow. Because let me tell you what. And that happened to me. I swear to you. You are processing slower than others because they are not as thorough as you are. So when you see they're going by wham, you wonder, how are they getting through with that thing so fast? It's because the due diligence that's supposed to be taken is not. Yeah? Your brain is still lingering around certain things because certain things are not making sense to you. And as long as you can get it to click properly, you ain't moving on. So they call you slow. You understand? But them others, boy, red, they see orange, but I red, they move. You understand? They see gray, I black, they move. Because they move on appearances and hunches and ideas, but not on facts. They're not precise. You understand? They tell you red and they move, but you say, I find I look kind of orange, hold on. But they're gone. And they force you to move with them because you know doubt in yourself. Well, maybe red, let me go. You understand? Nah, man. So the things about you that people don't appreciate, take your time. don't see it as anything. Mikey, how you reach now? But anyway, like, how you reach here? You understand? So the things that appear to be your impediments, nah. Don't worry about that, man. Let people not appreciate you if they don't want to. You understand? That very thing might be your blessing. You hear me? That very thing might just be your blessing. You understand? So anyway, I just thought I would say that. You understand? For what it's worth. Yeah? Anyway, how are we going? Let me take one more thing. Yeah, so I was telling you I get a little fever and I said, Jesus! Yeah, why pick up and we're good to go. Earlier, the next thing that I have to tell you about, boy, for the first time in 2 years, boy, Sandals Resort, they had the annual Prestige Awards. Now that awards is like it's acknowledging outstanding team members and their performance for each year. So they didn't have it for 2 years. So what they did, so for example, this time around, they did it for 2021. You understand? The general manager, Mr. Peter Fraser, he was saying that they, despite all the COVID challenges, were able to persevere, were able to make it. It was a trying and tough time for the resort, well, all you know. You understand? And its team members, but eventually they made it. And he highlighted how the staff, under tough circumstances and things, you know, they did their best. You understand? So anyway, they took the opportunity, and that's important to boost employee morale and all of that, to recognize outstanding performances and so on. So they had several awards that were handed out, and there's a big one, the main one. There are a lot, but the main one is a Diamond Team Member of the Year, and that went to Amanda Lewis Bailey, boy. When they announced, I think I know her from somewhere. When they announced her and things like that, the place lights up.
Good evening, everyone. Well, as you all can see, I'm so frightened right now. I was not expecting this, and I do appreciate it. And it wasn't for, well, I have to call his name, Rodrigo, and the whole team. FMB, from FMB. Thank you, everyone. I'm frightened, so that's why I'm speaking like that.
She was so nervous when the announcement was made. You know, because it was her and two other members, and they were there, and you had Mr. Peter Fraser making the announcement, and the hat was going like do-doop, 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 do-doop. Who is it going to be? Then her name was mentioned.
This last award being given out this evening, but by no means the least, the Sandals Grenada team is pleased to recognize the hard work of this awesome team member. Day in, day out, every effort is made to ensure that professionalism is maintained and excellent service is delivered to our guests and team members. This person is humble, genteel, and carries themselves with an air of confidence. Everyone loves this person, guests and team members alike. This person breathes the very meaning of Steve Martin's statement, "Be so good they can't ignore you." We certainly can't turn a blind eye on Sandals Grenada Diamond Team Member 2021, Amanda Lewis Bailey.
Other sitting. Yeah, man. So she was really, really, really excited to hear her name announced and so on. And, you know, I hope that other business places will take a page from their book in recognizing outstanding work from its employees. It really goes a long way. All right, so all your blessings and all the winners and things now, enjoy yourself and things like that. You know what I mean? So, folks, I think it's a good time for us to drink some water on the program. Let me take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have for you the national report and the weather.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at here, basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the communal. Contact us today.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
Collect, share, and win with Coca-Cola. Here's your chance to win one of 3 Sony PlayStation 5 consoles when you enjoy original Coca-Cola or Coca-Cola No Sugar. Collect specially marked labels and spell the word MAGIC. Submit the labels in an envelope with your name, address, and contact information and drop in entry boxes provided at major supermarkets. 22 lucky winners can also win great weekly prizes including Samsung Smart TVs, Samsung mobile phones, Samsung tablets, and free Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Real magic. See press or online for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo Supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip the line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lift a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Government seeking to clarify misconceptions regarding payment of pension to public officers. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, April 5th, 2022, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. The government of Grenada is seeking to clarify the misconception that there is no pension being paid to public officers. During Tuesday's post-cabinet press brief, Attorney General Dia Forrester explained that the Constitution mandates it is the right of every working individual to receive a pension. This is currently provided for under the National Insurance Scheme Act and is payable to all pensioners in Grenada who have made the required minimum contributions. The pensionable amount is payable to employees within the public and private sectors at age 60. The Attorney General said the issue is whether an additional pension payment should be made by government as an employer and not solely the age benefit payment from the state through the NIS.
Some of you may be wondering, why is the statement made that public officers in Grenada do not receive a pension? That is an incomplete statement because public officers in Grenada have always received pension, but the issue is whether public officers should receive an additional pension from the government as an employer and not solely one from the state under the NIS Act. As an employer, they are pre-constitution pensions legislation that made special provisions for the government to pay pension on retirement to its employees, which is separate from the NIS pension scheme, as the NIS scheme only became part of the laws of Grenada in 1983. The intention of the NIS Act in 1983 was to introduce an insurance scheme which covered on retirement pensions, likewise maternity leave, sick leave, survivors benefits, funeral benefits, and such. So NIS deals with pensions and other benefits.
Following the March 29th ruling by a High Court judge, it was found that there are no inadequacies in the laws regarding pension payments in Grenada. At retirement age, individuals receive a maximum of 66.67% or 2/3 of their last salary as a public officer.
The trial judge in the pension case reaffirmed that there is no void in the laws of Grenada on the issue of retirement benefits, and that includes retirement benefits for public officers employed after the Constitution in light of the NIS pension scheme under the NIS Act. As some may be aware, on attaining the age of retirement, working Grenadians are entitled to receive a maximum of 60% of the average of their salary throughout their working life. That is the percentage that is paid by NIS to Grenadian retirees as pension, whether you are in the private sector or the public sector.
In differentiating between the NIS pension scheme and the scheme provided for prior to the Constitution, the Attorney General said one is contributory and the other is not.
The NIS pension scheme requires both the employer and the employee to make monetary contributions towards the benefits that an employee would receive on retirement. The pre-Constitution pensions legislation do not require an employee in the public service to make monetary contributions to their pensions. It is solely the responsibility of the employer, that is, the government, to fund that pension. The employee makes no monetary contributions. The method for payment of that pension is 2/3 or approximately 66.67% of the last salary of a public officer on retirement.
A state of emergency that was implemented in Grenada to control the spread of COVID-19 has been repealed. Attorney General Dia Forrester says the proclamation by Governor General Her Excellency Dame Cecile La Grenade revoking the state of emergency was gazetted on April 4th, 2022 in accordance with Section 17(3) of the Constitution. On January 11, 2021, the Governor General, by proclamation pursuant to Section 17 of the Constitution, declared that a state of emergency exists in the state of Grenada when Parliament was not sitting.
The state of Grenada is no longer operating under a state of emergency. What does that mean? In the context of the COVID-19 pandemic, we no longer have restrictions on the movement of people, the operations of businesses, the mandate to wear masks and maintain physical distancing, the mandate to demonstrate one's vaccination status to access certain services, and all other features of the emergency powers COVID-19 regulations, as those have now been repealed.
In addition, the quarantine COVID-19 regulations have been removed. According to Ms. Forrester, it is no longer a requirement to quarantine or test prior to or on arrival to Grenada.
Which or where you find the travel restrictions and the mandates for testing prior to arrival and or on arrival, those have been removed insofar as the Minister of Health has executed the order to repeal those regulations. We are therefore operating without the need for testing prior or on arrival to Grenada. Likewise, there is no need for individuals to quarantine. This change in the quarantine COVID-19 regulations does need the approval of Parliament to formally be removed from our laws, and the government will shortly be proceeding to Parliament to undertake that process. But at present, we are operating as if they are formally part of our laws at present.
However, the public health COVID-19 regulations continue for the purpose of monitoring and screening to determine the status of the virus on island and plan strategies to deal with any occurrences.
At the moment, that means we are all trying to live life with COVID-19, and I encourage all individuals to take measures to protect yourself as you deem fit. We know the best practices as we just spent 2 years under the pandemic restrictions. Hopefully, all will be well as we hope for better and brighter days, having sacrificed as much as we did. The government is appreciative of the support and cooperation of the public received over the last 2 years in relation to dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic.
Stay with us. The news will continue after the break.
Hello, here at the Secretariat for the Management of Derelict Vehicles. We are pleased to take your calls and answer queries. Please call us to report derelicts which obstruct traffic in your community, request the removal and disposal of your derelict vehicle from your property or other sites including a garage. Report derelict or abandoned vehicles which harbor pests or breeding mosquitoes or presenting public health or other environmental hazards. You can also find out your next step if your vehicle has been tagged for removal by the RGPF or the Ministry of Health. Call our hotline on 439-2019 at any time. This hotline will be activated on the 28th of March.
A message from the National Derelict Vehicle Cleanup Project, a project of the Government of Grenada, Ministries of Infrastructure Development, Transport and Implementation, and Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Royal Grenada Police Force and the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority.
Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell warns that Grenadians should brace themselves for enormous implications emanating from the war between Russia and Ukraine. He told the gathering at a recent handover ceremony that government anticipates delays in shipments coming into the country, increase in the cost of electricity, gas prices, and a spike in food prices for imported food items. Dr. Mitchell explained that these repercussions are not unique to Grenada, but various countries will be affected by the ongoing war.
We import a lot of things from those countries. Where the wheat come, where the rice come, all the different products that we buy. It's going to affect us. Transport costs will go up. Electricity costs are going to go up already with the question of oil price going up with the impact of what is taking place in Europe. Everyone will be affected, sisters and brothers. But the only way we can meet the challenges is to stay together as a united people. There is no need for when something negative occurs on the country for any one of us to have a sense of joy.
The Grenadian leader said the situation brings to the fore the need for more investment in agriculture to increase food production and reduce the food import bill.
Let us use more of our local stuff. We're eating sometimes unnecessarily foreign stuff when we could eat more local stuff and remain more healthy and better and live better lives. The message coming from that is significant.
Prime Minister and Minister for Youth Development, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, is pleased with the inclusion of 17 persons from the Grenada National Council of the Disabled who have been recruited into the Imani program. They are part of a group of 1,000 trainees who were recently welcomed into Batch 8, which was launched under the theme Preparing for Greatness, Propelled with Hope Towards Social Transformation. We have details in this report by June Paul.
The initiation into the program means they will gain life experience in either the public or private sector. Dr. Mitchell, who addressed the trainees at the official launch, encouraged them to pursue the path of self-development, which will ultimately lead to permanent employment opportunities.
I'm particularly pleased with the decision to include in this young people with disabilities who are physically challenged, but who are no less passionate about their self-growth and development. I take this opportunity to offer some special words of encouragement to you today. There is a saying, the race is not for the swift, but for those who can endure to the end. This is my wish for you today, that you endure to the end and that you experience that feeling, the feeling of triumph and contentment in overcoming your challenges, completing this program and securing what we hope will be a long-term opportunities that allow you to continue along the path of empowerment and self-development. Some of you will become businessmen in your own right. And that is something we are looking for a society where people will not just work for somebody, but people will let others work for them, so to speak.
Minister with responsibility for youth development, Honorable Kate Lewis Peters, told the trainees they need to cultivate in their minds new ideas and experiences that will lead to growth and success.
This is the beginning of a journey, and how far you go, how well you do, how much you use this to cross over on that bridge to the future will, for the greatest part, be dependent on your attitude and your ambition. You shall not quit after the first sign of any challenge. You should not lay down when you encounter bumps on the road. And you shall maintain an appetite for growth and success.
Sharing his testimony of overcoming obstacles in pursuit of his dreams, Otis Lewis said he is grateful for the opportunity afforded him through the new Imani program.
I started hunting for a job. I mean, it was really tough. I would have written numerous applications, sent out. They keep telling me no vacancy. After a while, I became disheartened and I decided, you know what, I'm not going to work for anybody anymore. I'm going to start and try to do something for myself. So I started farming. I started doing a bit of sewing. And I think sometime around that time, I heard about the Imani program. So I went and I signed on to the Imani program. So that was the initiation of me being a part of the Imani program. So it took around, around 2 years later, thereabout, I got a call from one young lady from the Imani's office asking, is this Otis Lewis? I was like, yeah, this is him. Are you still interested in the Imani program? I said, well, yeah, because I was still home, so still doing a bit of farming. I would have done part-time jobs, construction, work with them. I think it was Claboni at the time, so I worked with them for a few times, but I was still home doing a bit of farming. So we did the 3-month training program, and we were told to wait, you're going to get a call, and that is going to direct you as to your placement. I stayed home after a few weeks. Then we got the call finally came. I was told to go to the hospital, the general hospital, that there is a meeting there. Currently, I'm Term 2, first year Term 2 student in med school, and it's all thanks to the Imani program and the opportunity that I would have gotten.
Reporting for the Division of Youth Development, I am June Paul.
That story brings us to the end of the National Report for Tuesday, April 5th, 2022. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Christian Mitchell saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
All right, Christian, well, thank you. I sound like a smoke eye. All right, thank you very much, and we appreciate it. And, well, we will have more for you. We're talking about the national report that will be tomorrow, God's willing. Okay, and what else do I have to tell you about, boy? The weather. Yes, of course, we've got the weather for you, and that weather will come to you. It comes to us from the Met Office, and so we can tell you that for tonight, the weather is expected to be mainly fair, at times becoming partly cloudy with the chance of a few light early morning showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius, winds northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves of 4 to 6 feet in open waters. And if we are to take a look at the weather for tomorrow, God's willing, we can tell you that it's expected to be fair and hazy, increasing in cloudiness overnight. Maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius, minimum 23. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. And that's it for the weather for tonight and tomorrow. Let's say hello to a few people who are currently on the live stream. For those of you who are on YouTube, we see that we have Michelle, Ezran, Mom, it's Clovey, And everyone else there, we say hello to you. And those of you who are also on Facebook, we say hello to you. Marlene, Velma, Kirin. Take some care. Alright. Yes, Zaka, Kirin, Claudette. You understand? That cough, no. Hey, Michi, yeah, that cough. Hi, Anne. Alright. Yeah, boy. That cough sound like cigarette. Avril, hello to you. And Zaka. Who else is there? Nelsia, Miranda. Oh, everybody else. Everybody else. Everybody else, hello to you, and may God bless you. And I'm looking forward to having you guys back tomorrow, God's willing. Praise and worship. I see that you're there as well. Hello to you. All right, to the Mackenzie family, hello to you. Mr. Mac, hello to you as well. Dolores, hello. Hilary, hello. Cynthia, blessings to you too. So, we are wishing you all the best again. So take care, take care, take care. May God bless you. Let me go now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say Ja! And we want to say Joel. Joel, blessings to you, to Platonic. Yeah, you like to hear your name right now. You're watching yourself, eh? You're watching me saying hello to him. Boy, I stepped out of the studio for a little bit, during the national report. When I came back, my son took a chair, right? If you realize I'm looking darker than I was before I go to the break. My son took a chair, and then he took this. So he took a chair from the kitchen, and then he took this, and he put that on top of the chair, which is very dangerous, climbed it, and interfered with my camera. So I have to go back to tweak the settings in a moment. You understand? And the thing about children is when they mess up, they just run to you, daddy, 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 daddy. And he did that too. Yeah, so anyway, boy, they say, I can't cry, I can't beat him. I'll just say, don't do that. But the more you say don't, the more they do, because they want to see why you're telling them not to do it. So it's like it arouses their curiosity whenever you restrict them from doing something. So it's a balancing game you have to play with them. When they try to not bring attention to certain things, to not create that curiosity in their head. Anyway, who sent me in my old age? Around. So, folks, we're taking a break. Well, no, we're not taking a break. We're going tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ja! No blessings. Take care.